Next is Kendall Ertl, son of Warren and Vesta Ertl. Danielle Goodyear, daughter of Diane Quilter and David Goodyear. Andrew Gossard, son of Paul and Gay Gossard. Sean Johnson, son of Richard and Peggy Johnson. Celia Olang, daughter of Richard and Sue Olang. Josh Paul, son of Keith and Linda Paul. Ann Schwartz, daughter of Steve and Phyllis Schwartz. Chris Weiscarver, son of Pamela Hampton and Bill Weiscarver. Now, the senior cross-country members. Jennifer Lawhorn, daughter of Randy and Wendy Lawhorn. Jody Fetro, daughter of Paul and Peggy Fetro. Mike Artist, son of Mr. and Mrs. Tyrone Artist. Randy Combs, son of Ed and Diane Combs. Adam Elliott, son of Bruce and Vicki Elliott. Curtis Hanna, son of Perry and Marcia Hanna. Megan Eads, volleyball, daughter of Dave and Sue Eads. Charity Hunt, daughter of John and Rita Hunt. Amy Nance, daughter of Connie and Terry Nance. Jill Roddy, daughter of Ruth and Jim Roddy. Anna Ward, daughter of Wallace and Linda Ward. Jamie Williamson, daughter of Jim and Jan Williamson. Now for the senior soccer members. Carl Brill, son of John and Jean Brill. Ben McCoy, son of Louis and Becky McCoy. Chad Price, son of Jim and Monica Price. David Ritchie, son of Bill and Martha Ritchie. Brandy Camivas, daughter of Elaine and Marty Camivas. Jessica Larkins, daughter of Mike and Lori Larkins. And now the senior golf members. Brian Doom, son of David and Joanne Doom. Shannon Hastings, son of John and Judy Hastings. Nate Sims, son of Kennison and Susan Sims. And now the senior cheerleader, Tara Culler, daughter of Steve and Joy Culler. And now the senior football members, Sean Kahn, son of Terry and Cheryl Kahn. Ty Dowler, son of Bill Dowler and Karen Ernst. Drew Dwyer, son of Connie and TJ Dwyer. Adam Fincham, son of Rick and Mary Fincham. Shad Good, son of Shauna and Tim Good. Joey Hamilton, son of David Hamilton and Tony Allman. Mike Harris, son of Bill and Cindy Harris. Dusty Hubbard, son of Bev and Charlie Hubbard. Jason Noble, son of Gene and Cheryl Noble. Brent North, son of Alan and Debbie North. Adam Sexton, son of Cheryl and Larry Sexton.
As you well know, these seniors have served London High School very well in the past 4 years and will probably continue the rest of the senior year. Let's bring on the big day, the last game at Von County Field.
Here we are at London Von Kennel Field for another game of the London Red Raiders against the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions. Got London coming onto the field now. You know, earlier today we had some storms come through the area, and they were kind of severe at times, and actually it's turned into a pretty good night so far. The skies are awful dark, so, and it has, the temperature's dropped about 30 degrees since this afternoon, but you know, this is great football weather.
You can't ask for no better in a high school football game this weather. Just got a little nip in the air. Feels like high school football night.
You know, the thing of it is, Darby, when you're out there on the field, you don't notice if it's warm or if it's cold. I'll tell you, but you know, when it's a little chilly like this, you play a little harder.
Yeah, but you do notice it when it's hot out and you're out there on the football field.
Right.
So notice like this. That's sweet.
We got Washington Courthouse Blue Lions ready to kick off to London. You got Mike Harris and DJ Jackson back deep.
I like to see DJ get this one tonight.
Well, it's going to be
with it.
A nice little short kick. Follow your blocker, son. Good job, good job. You got Corey Such. Took that ball back to about the 35-yard line, 40-yard line. That was a nice return. He fielded that thing like a center fielder. Okay, Darby's going to give you the starting offensive alignment here.
At center, number 59, you got Myers. At the right guard, you got number 54, Fincham. At the left guard, you have 74, Rutherford. At the left tackle, you have number 72, Maxwell. At the right tackle, you have 76, Shad Good. Quarterback, you have number 14, Sean Kahn. The other tight end that they bring in is number 50, Noble. And I'll give you the rest after this play here. So
we got Eddie Hamilton starting at split end tonight out here to the right. You got a little slot with North. He's got a roll pass. He got Eddie wide open. Oh, that ball was right through North's hands.
I've been waiting.
Eddie Hamilton was 30 yards downfield wide open. Of course, he was rolling here to the right, so actually Sean couldn't see him. But that might be something they can come back to a little later, Darby.
If you remember the beginning of the season, Zeke, they had Eddie Hamilton running just a straight out down the field pattern, and he come open a couple of times.
Yeah, he caught one against Madison Plains that got called back for about 60 yards.
Right.
Okay, London's got that slot again to this side. Now they're just going to run Mike up the middle. Looked like he picked up about 3 yards there.
Let me go ahead and give you the rest of that offense there, Zeke. At fullback, we have number 21, Brad Teal. At halfback, number 32, Mike Harris. The wide receivers, number 4, Jared Alexander. 46, Pete Robinson. And at quarterback, number 14, Sean Kahn.
We have Tyler Hamilton also is a wide out. A little slant in, a little out. Nice catch, Alexander.
But it looks like London's going to come out passing this football tonight.
Jared made a little hook into the inside and then cut out, and that ball was already thrown. Sean made a nice pass that time. That was a gain of about 15 yards.
Go ahead. This is an aspect of the football game that they have to really polish up to go into the playoffs. They need a good pass game to go with the running game.
Well, that pass is right on the money. Sean did a good job. You got a double wide out to the left, and Dwyer over here. Oh, number 42 for Washington Courthouse put a nice tackle on Mike Harris coming through the middle there.
Number 42, Die.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle. Mike gained about a yard there. Yeah, it looked like that was supposed to be a counter-type play, and nobody picked up that linebacker that time, Darby. Usually there's a pulling guard or a halfback supposed to pick up that middle linebacker.
We sure came in there untouched, that's for sure.
Yeah, we got Dwyer coming open in the middle. I don't know if he caught it or not, but if he did, it was a real nice catch. Dwyer went down on one knee and made a real nice catch on that ball.
That one kind of scared me because he kind of threw that one off balance, and it didn't have a lot of zip in it.
Well, he saw him come open, and then, of course, he had the defensive guy in his face, and that's all he really needed to do was get it to him.
Right.
Well, we've got a holding penalty on London, so that's going to nullify that good gain, and also probably tack on 10 yards here.
This is another aspect of the football game that they need right now to start brushing up on. They need to go into the playoffs, and right now, I mean, they're in. All they have to do is win these last 3, but, I mean, they're number 1 in the region. I don't see them falling out. Do you, Zeke?
Well, it's their own destiny. If they win out, they're surely going to go to the playoffs. Okay, you got a slot formation over here. You got a crossback back to DJ Jackson for a loss of about a yard. Going to bring up third down and 22. Those are some of the plays that they put into the game last week for DJ. And I'm sure Washington Courthouse watched the films. We got a double wide out to the left and a single over here to the right. Dwyer, draw play to Harris.
Oh, and good defensive play.
Tackle by number 20 for Washington Courthouse.
Garrett's.
That's going to bring up fourth down and 24. We get to see Dwyer kick for the first time tonight, and Drew's leading Central Ohio in kicking with a 44-yard average. So hopefully he can keep right on averaging that. He's got a low kick on. It's taken a Washington Courthouse bounce. I don't know what Washington Courthouse guy was up to there, but as soon as he touches that ball, that's a free ball. So Washington Courthouse is going to take over on their own 22-yard line. We get Darby to give you the London defense here.
Our ends are number 21, Brad Seal, and number 81, Drew Dwyer. The tackles, number 59, Ron Myers, and number 76, Shad Good.
You know, they have Dusty Hubbard starting at middle guard tonight. They're going with a 5-man front or a 6-man front right now.
You know, Zeke, I was saying a little bit about this before the game. It is really hard for an offense to plan for the London defense because they change, it seems, every week. Not only what defense they run, but the players that they run it with.
Right. Yep. You know, Dusty here in the last 3 or 4 weeks is becoming a regular on the defense, and Dusty's been doing a real good job. Dusty last week, him and Jason Noble were in on quite a few of the tackles there in that second half. Okay, Courthouse is in a split out here. They bring a man out in a slot formation with a single back. Quarterback's under center. Running a quarterback sweep out here to the wide side.
Good
Tackle.
North. No, not North. I'm sorry.
Nathan Dorn made that tackle in the open field. Now, you know, we haven't seen Washington Courthouse, so I don't know really what to do. I know they like to try to pass a lot. That quarterback's got some pretty fleet feet there.
Let me kind of look over the defense. Let me see if I can get everybody here. We got number 14, Sean Kahn. We got number 25, Nathan Dorn. Let's see here. Number 46, Pete Robinson. Number 32, Mike Harris. Number 50, Jason Noble.
Going down.
Over by the sideline there, Mike Harris has got him one up. London's got a 6-man line. 2 linebackers there, and defensive backs Kahn and Dorn and Harris. I don't know, the officials aren't really motivated, it looks like here. Okay, you got the a slot over to the right, and the fullback is the only back in the backfield. Now motion this way, and we got illegal procedure on number 77 for Washington Courthouse.
You know, Zeke, London's defense, they're moving around a lot. Looks like they're trying to pull some of the defense that Olentangy ran on them.
Well,
doing a little shifting.
It's a nice change. It doesn't hurt to move guys around, and especially if you got one guy that's a little stronger in one position. You know, that's one thing you do, though. You change a few things up, and you don't let everybody see everything that you have. Because you know these last 2 games, these guys are going to want to see these films. Now we got 81 split out wide, and Harris is covering him. We got 42 in the slot, and the fullback. Got to roll out to the left. He didn't get it.
The pursuit that Drew Dwyer had was superb. I mean, he came down and came down hard on that play.
You had Dwyer and Good in on that tackle. You know, it looks like their quarterback is going to be the main man of this offense for Washington Courthouse. The man in motion coming back here to the left. Yeah, they're going to run that fullback. He got enough to get the first down. That was 3rd down and 4, and he picked up about 5.
You know, London, they might be trying something new this week to shut down that off-tackle run that's been so effective on them, and maybe getting some pressure on the quarterback so the pass is not so effective.
Right. You had Drew Dwyer and Noble in on that last tackle. Yeah, they're moving Teal back into the linebacker position. That was fullback up the middle. Stopped by Dowler and Dusty Hubbard. Had Jason Noble also in on that tackle.
And isn't he usually?
They gained about 4 yards on that play, Darby. They're going to try that middle out. They're stretching. They run that quarterback outside a couple of times trying to stretch our defense a little bit. Now they've run a couple right back up the middle. London's in a 4-4 He popped it outside. He might have enough for a first down here. I think it's going to bring up a measurement. Mike Harris had to come up out of his defensive back position to make that stop on the outside. They gave him a first down on that. They're not going to measure.
Well, they're definitely moving Drew and Teal to the short side.
Con out here wide on their wide out. Quarterback sneak. He picked up about 8 yards on that one, Darby.
Washington Courthouse, they're moving the ball pretty well right now there.
Right. Right. You know, they've looked at the films. They know what some weaknesses are. You got timeout London. Dobmeyer going out, Coach Dobmeyer going out to talk to the defense. And we got a wide out here to the left and Sean Kahn on him. You got Dwyer playing a linebacker now. He's in there at the middle linebacker spot. I know that's to stop that quarterback sneak again. That a tackle by Shad Good and Mike Harris that time. I'll tell you what, that picks up a first down. Picked up 5 yards on that carry.
Washington Courthouse is doing what they need to do, and that's run the ball, run the clock off the, run the time off the clock, but just move it up the field. Nothing major. Just keep moving the sticks.
You know, we talk about this every week, but it always seems like London puts a stop on after they get so far down the field. Let's see what they can do this time. They still got Dwyer in the middle. They got a reverse.
Good call.
I'll tell you what, you know, they kept running that ball up the middle and running that ball up the middle and got London's defense up there real tight, and then they run that reverse back the other direction. He picked up about 25 yards on that carry.
Those defensive ends, that's what they're there for. They have to remember to stay at home when it's going up the middle and contain that.
Darby, early in the game is a time to run those gadget plays because your men are running around real quick, real fired up. They got their adrenaline flowing, and it's easy to pop something like that early in the ball game. We got a roll out here with that quarterback again. Oh, Mike Harris came up from that defensive back spot and knocked him for about a 3-yard loss.
And another good play was Pete Robinson, because he strung him out a little bit more and let Mike get that good hit there.
Well, you know, we always talk about this, Darby, like the first 2 or 3 series of plays here is feeling out time.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of people don't think football's a thinking game, but you got to think all the time in football.
Right.
Now they've got a straight line here, a full line with a guy in a slot out here to the left and a little split out, and they're running their big back up the middle. He might have picked up about 2 yards that time, but yeah, you know, football's a thinking game, and you got to feel them out, think it out. Once you get it in your head that, you know, if he does this, I'm going to do that. That should only take you a few series of downs before you really realize what the other team's going to do to you.
Very true. And London has always been that defense that bends but doesn't break also. They'll let you have your yardage. Once you get in the red zone, then they shut you down.
Okay, you got Harris out on the wide man. You got motion on London. Encroachment. That's going to give Courthouse 5 more yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and approximately 7 yards, 6 yards. Okay, you still got that wide out to the right, and they put a slot man and got the big fullback back here. Quarterback's rolling. I think he picked up that first down. Yeah, that was a nice run by number 20. Garrett. You know, he goes 6 foot, 220 pounds. That's a fullback. You know, these teams that's got that big hammer and fullback are the teams that's going to hurt London.
Right. And right now, all the Washington Courthouse offensive line is doing is cutting London's defense just to get enough to get that fullback and the running backs past the line of scrimmage. That's all they're doing. They're not doing anything fancy.
You know, Courthouse has got a guy split out here to the left, and they just got the single back. And timeout, Washington Courthouse. Okay, you got Courthouse moving up to the line. Got White out to the left, the slot man. Just got that one fullback back in the backfield. Motion to the right. They're going to give it to the fullback again. I tell you what, if somebody hadn't got a hand on his leg, he would have been in that end zone.
Now, he was hit at the line of scrimmage, and he broke a couple of tackles. That's a big guy.
Got the ball setting on about the 4.5-yard line. Well, you know, we've been having trouble all year with these big fullbacks. Northeastern brought that big fullback in on us. Bexley had that big fullback last week.
Right.
They're going to change it up a little bit here. They've got a wide guy to both sides of the field and 2 men in the backfield this time. Quarterback sneak. Brought down by looked like you had Chad Good in on that tackle, and Noble. Myers also.
Well, you were correct about what you said earlier, Zeke. They got pretty big splits, and they're just trying to spread that defense out a little bit, make those holes a lot easier to hit.
London's got their goal line defense in there now because they got all the big boys up front.
They got big splits.
Right, that's too big of a splits to be down on the goal line. Fullback, touchdown, number 20, Garrett. You know, you line up down on the goal line, Darby. You got to hit each one of those gaps with a 6-man, 7-man front.
That's right.
When you're down on the goal line. Okay, we got Washington Courthouse on for the try after touchdown. I was watching this kid kick in warm-ups, and he kicks line drives. And I wasn't wrong, because that ball just about took the heads off of London's defense. Well, we got with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Washington Courthouse 6, London nothing.
London right now, they got to get their offense together and put one in the end zone, Zeke.
Well, I think here in the past we've seen London not score on their first possession, and the other team usually scores first. And hopefully London will take that ball down there and put it in. You know, we talked last week. I think Bexley scored first, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, that's been a week ago, so my memory's not too good. But they missed their extra point, and we talked about that coming back to haunt them. And that really didn't play in too much to the final score last week. But just like last week, Courthouse scores and misses their extra point. We got Harris and DJ Jackson back to receive his kick. Let's see, you know, they might try something a little funny here after scoring.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
You know, everybody's trying to keep London on their toes. And he's up to it. Yeah, he's trying a little squibber here. They're going to have to get onto it. Out of bounds. London will get that ball on the 35-yard line.
You definitely don't let that ball bounce past you. You got to get on that football.
Well, that ball got back here to the number 44 there, Corey Such, and it just took a leap over his head and headed right towards you out of bounds.
London's going to take this on the 30.
Well, I thought they'd always mark it on the 35, don't they, Darby?
I could be mistaken.
Well, I'll tell you what.
And I am. It's the 35. It's, 35. Okay, I thought it was the 30, Zeke. I'm sorry. See, you learn something every day.
You know, it's hard to think that you would let London have the ball on the 35. You know, automatically on the 35. They didn't even have to work to get that. Okay, we've got White out both sides and Harris just right up the middle.
Good run.
Gain of about 9 yards there, Darby. You know, it's just going to take a little bit of time here for London to get their blocking scheme down and know which direction to block.
You're right.
And give Mike a little bit of running room there. That was a nice hole. Okay, we got White out left, Alexander, and North out here.
There he goes.
Brad Teal with a gain of 9 yards.
You know, we talked about Brad Teal all year. Not only is he a great blocking back, but he does his job as a fullback, and that's carry the ball. Now he should only average about 3.5 yards per carry. This guy has to be averaging about 6 or 7. Has to be, if not more.
You know, the kid has really stepped up his senior year and has become a real nice fullback. We're going to have Dwyer going deep. Oh, it's there. It's there. It's there. Touchdown! Touchdown! Drew Dwyer! That was a 47-yard touchdown. Drew Dwyer. No flags down. No flags down.
And this right here is what they have to have if they're going to go into the playoffs and beat the teams that they're going to meet in the playoffs. They got to have a good passing game to go along with the running game.
Darby, if you remember in the past games, Sean has always come out and overthrown his first 2 or 3 passes. Tonight he has completed his first 2 passes. I think he's on tonight. You've got Clark Tobin on for the extra point. It's up. It's good. Clark Tobin. Clark is number 3 in Central Ohio in kick scoring. And if it's true to anything tonight, he might just take over that second or first spot. Just passing to receiver. You know, Darby, one thing about Sean that time, he wasn't passing to an area. He was passing to a receiver.
Right.
He laid that ball into Drew's hands where he didn't have to slow down, and it was a pretty pass and a pretty catch for a touchdown.
Right. He's got to throw that ball up and let the guy run underneath of it.
All right. We got Clark Tobin kicking deep tonight. He takes it back to the 3-yard line. They set up the wedge.
Good.
You had Brent North just submarine the feet right out from underneath the ball carrier there. They're going to take over the ball courthouse on their own 25-yard line.
You know, it looked like all the London people that went down there looked like they were staying pretty good in their lanes that time.
Right. They had some guys get down there quick and made him come back into North's territory, and Brent just put a nice submarine right there and got his legs out there. That was a real fine tackle. All right, now let's see if London's going to wise up here. Let's see if they stop this middle run. Oh, we got motion there. We got motion. No penalty flags. I think the quarterback just took that on himself and just told the center to snap him the ball. London's leaving that middle wide open.
Well, Zeke, what Washington Courthouse right now they're doing is the offense is more or less just submarining, okay? And London's putting their hands down. And as soon as they get their hands down, that running back's gone. They gotta get a hand on the running backs coming through there and slow him down.
The defense has to get ready quicker.
Right.
Well, we got the start of the second quarter here. We got Courthouse going the other direction. They're not changing anything. They still got that slot guy. He's in motion this time. They're going to run that fullback. That was a real nice stop by Drew Dwyer. Drew went in low and just took his feet right out from underneath him.
That's what they got to do with these big fullbacks. They got to get it and give them a good crack and cut them around the legs and get them down. They're trying to bring this guy down around his shoulder pads, and he's a big guy.
Main thing of it is the defense has to get more penetration in the offense.
Correct.
London's in a 4-3 defense now. We got Noble sneaking up there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fumble, fumble. London's recovered. London recovered.
This is what we were talking about just a minute ago, Zeke, is they're starting to send those guys up through those big gaps that they got. Washington Courthouse is going to have to shut those gaps down a little bit, or they're going to be blitzing that way all night long.
You know, I didn't see who recovered the fumble, but London had a whole host of defenders out there on him. And, you know, it's just a matter of time before London gets some breaks. Last week, it seemed like London was giving everything to Bexley. London's due a little plus on these turnovers. Okay, we got double wide out over here, Tyler Hamilton and Jared Alexander. We got something called, and I don't know if it's lined up in the neutral zone or, yes, encroachment on Washington Courthouse, and that's something we saw quite a bit last week. Bexley,
yes, we did.
Bexley must have did that 6 times, Darby. Okay, we got 2 guys split out here. We got Brent North, Jared Alexander. I formation in the backfield with Harrison Teal, Con under center. Handoff to Harris up the middle.
And there he goes.
Mike takes that ball down to about the 2-yard line. The only thing I saw was one of the defensive backs fell down and stuck a hand up. And, you know, the field's probably a little damp still from this afternoon's rain. And Mike just got tripped up there. That was a gain of 17 yards.
Well, he was a little mad at himself, but nice little run there.
Yeah, we got Harris up the middle. Touchdown, Mike Harris.
Now, this is the London offense and London defense that we've seen in the past. They had a pretty bad week as far as being on everything last week, and they're coming out, putting it together tonight, and they're going right after Washington Courthouse.
Yeah, that was just a power run by Mike Harris, and fine blocking up the middle for Mike. You got Clark Tobin on to kick the extra point.
The toe with another one.
It's up, it's good. He kicked that baby. It's setting in a 57 Cadillac right now out there on High Street.
Tobin right now is 26 out of 30 point afters. And again, I'm just waiting for the toe to hit a winning field goal to win a ball game. I've been waiting for it. He can do it. I'm just waiting. Why are they doing YMCA?
See this girl in the red down here?
One holding the kid?
Yeah. That's my sister-in-law. Oh, and that's my brother sitting in front of her. All right, you got London ready to kick off. Clark had a real nice kickoff that first time. Let's see if he gets to boot this one deep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he got into that one.
Back down to about the 3-yard line.
Uh-oh.
We got a muff. London's howling.
Uh-oh.
He might take us all the way. I tell you what, we got a penalty flag back here. Let's hope it goes our way.
I tell you what, though.
Oh, that's definitely on Washington Courthouse. That's on Washington Courthouse.
That's very likely that when they play when you muff a ball like that, it throws everything off of that the defense has set up, and usually goes for long games.
We got a block below the knees on Washington Courthouse. Well, you know, London closed on him. 2 or 3 guys hit him, and he bounced out to the left. And, you know, the coaching's coming out in me again that you got to get material and you got to wrap. Okay, nullified a fine kickoff return by Washington Courthouse. They're going to have the ball on their own 15-yard line after the penalty. London got a nice break there. Okay, they run that big fullback off the left side.
That looked like a gaggle of tacklers there.
You got Dowler getting up off that pile, Brad Teal, Drew Dwyer, number 51, Dusty Hubbard. You know, he only gained about a yard on that one there, Darby.
Well, they're definitely starting to shut it down right now.
Well, you know, the thing is, like I said before, it only takes a time when you got to be able to feel out and read what the offense is going to give you. They got Dwyer playing that middle linebacker right now, and Noble playing a deep middle linebacker. You got to roll out with this little quarterback. 76, Chad Good. Now that's a big boy out there getting outside and making that stop.
I'm going to say something, guys. What you do is just pause.
Bringing up 3rd down and 5 yards.
And Drew, when he's playing that middle linebacker, he's just playing around and shooting that gap between that center and guard.
Right. You have Washington Courthouse, which I thought they were a passing team. I think they've only attempted one pass tonight. You got to roll out. You got a little option play.
Good play by Mike Harris.
That was read real well by the defensive end. Came up and made him pitch at football. Or I think it was Dowler made him pitch at football. And then Mike Harris came up and just took the legs out from under that big fullback.
Yeah.
Washington Courthouse going to have to punt. It's 4th down and about 3.
Mike Harris stayed at home and contained him to the inside. Beautiful play.
You got Sexton and Harris back deep for this punt. You got Clerk in there nosing after he blocked that one last week. He was looking for another one. If Mike can catch up with this, no, he's not going to get a chance. That was a nice kick. They downed that ball on about the London's 28-yard line. Okay, London takes over on their own 28-yard line. He's rolling. He's going to throw this to Hamilton. He's got it. Interference! Interference! No call! Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
Well, it looks like they're going to call incidental.
I mean, he was knocked down big time.
Zeke, it looked like he tripped, actually, over the defensive player's feet. And it looks like, they're calling it incidental.
Well, I'll tell you what.
But this is the guy that they need to be in there at wide receiver. We've seen him do it at the beginning of the year. He's got the speed, and when that ball goes in the air, he takes off.
Well, the thing of it is, if he hadn't got tripped, it'd have been 6. That was Eddie Hamilton there, made a nice run. There goes Mike. He makes that nice little spin move that you and I like so well, Darby. Gain of 11 yards for a 1st down. You got Brent.
Pretty good, fellas, but we're having trouble. I can't seem to get Ty Licklider and his gang to stay out in front of my cameras on the field.
Yeah, you got Alexander and North split out here to the left, and Teal and Harris in the backfield. He got a quick pitch to Harris. Oh, Mike made the best of that. He cut right back in. He got stopped by that big fullback for Washington Courthouse, Garrett, playing linebacker also on defense. And Mike picked up 4 yards that time.
And we've seen Mike cut back like that when it looked like there wasn't nothing and go 50, 60 yards.
It's like we was talking last week, Darby. Mike is starting to be, after each game, it's more experience and more experience. He's becoming a more complete runner. We got an option play. Kahn with a pitch to Harris. About a 3-yard gain there. Mike's getting up a little slow. Might have twisted an ankle there.
That wasn't the best of pitches that I've seen Sean Kahn and Mike Harris run.
Well, Kahn had a guy right in his face that time. He got the ball away. It was a quick pitch, but they had it.
I guess I am used to them going for 30, 40 yards on that pitch. I'm sorry.
They had it pretty well defensed that time. Guy picked up Sean, and a couple of guys stopped Mike out there. Bring up 3rd down and 3. Fullback up the middle. 1st down. Gain of 5 yards. Brad staying up around that 5-6 yard average. I thought on that last play they had given it to Brad on that option play. I guess Dobmeyer saw that Brad could have picked up the 2 yards, so he gave him the ball that time.
I would like to look at all the games that they play. Has Brad Teal actually been given the ball no matter where the ball's at and not picked up a first down?
He does a real fine job of knowing how many yards he needs. We're going to have a pass.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got a rollout. I tell you what.
He's got some room.
I hope he just keeps right on running. Keep right on running. He's got it. Oh. I tell you what, Sean Kahn had 2 guys, had him about 15 yards in the backfield. He scrambled to the right, come back here to the left, outran 4 or 5 guys, and took that ball up the middle for a 20-yard gain.
Well, I think Sean Kahn has just quieted down because at the beginning of the year, I was told by a couple of people that he didn't have the maneuverability that Artis did last year, and Sean Kahn just proved something that I think everybody that he can scramble out of there.
Right. Okay, we got Harris cutting back into the middle. Hold on to the ball, Mike. They're popping Mike pretty good in there. One guy's holding him up while another guy's popping him. That was a nice run. That was a gain of 6 yards, 7 yards. Darby, you sat here and you give Mike Harris the ball 30 times a game. He picks up 7 yards. That's 210 yards. But most of the time, Mike throws in a couple of those 60-yarders.
Yep.
We got Kahn moving up under center. Teal at fullback, Harris at tailback. Second down and about 5. Teal right up the middle. Brad Teal's right up the middle. He takes that ball down to the 2-yard line. That was a 23-yard run by Brad Teal. When you're playing London and you've looked at their films, Darby, you got to see Brad Teal and you got to see Mike Harris. And I cannot believe that they don't have a middle linebacker keying on Brad Teal.
Very true.
Okay.
When Harris goes, he blocks for him.
You got a I formation. Harris off the right side. Touchdown, Mike Harris.
Teal went up in that hole, and Mike just picked a side where that hole blew out was not the designed hole. But Mike just seen it beautifully, and that's what he's doing better with every game, and that's finding that hole.
You got Clark Tobin in to try the point after. The score right now with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left to go is London 20, Courthouse 6. It's up.
It's good.
It's good. I tell you what, Sean Kahn had to come up off his knee that time and get that snap, and he placed that ball down, and Tobin made a real nice kick on that. Sean did a real fine job of getting that ball and getting it down.
Tobin, when he kicked that ball, Zeke, he had some telephone wires up there. He put that ball in the air.
I tell you, Clark is a legitimate kicker, and I'm sure there's going to be some colleges noticing.
And only a junior, Zeke.
Right, only a junior.
Clark the Tobin.
You know,
going to let him boot this one there, Zeke, or are they going to do the patent in the dirt?
I'll tell you what, Darby, it really doesn't make a difference. With each kick, London's guys are learning something.
Right.
And I don't think it was the fact that they overran that player or anything last time. I just think that nobody wanted to grab material. That's the thing it's got to be taught to these boys, that material.
The kickoff team is the same as any other. You got to practice on it, and it's got to be practiced somewhat in the games. Okay,
you got, Courthouse thinks he's going to kick deep. They've got everybody back deep. Now he's squibbing it, and it's been touched by number 45, and he downs it. I tell you what, that was better than that last return, Darby. Courthouse going to have the ball on their own 19-yard line. London's got the beef in the middle right now. Myers and Good and Dusty Hubbard with Dwyer on the outside and fumble! And the quarterback just dropped the football and he fell on it. Excuse me for getting a little excited there, but them fumbles already always get me excited. I'm going to give Mike Harris a break here. They're sending Alexander in to spell him.
And I think they need to
Ideal spot to spell him is on defense, especially when you got a 2-touchdown lead. You got a man in motion coming back the other direction. They're going to run that fullback. Garrett had a real nice run that time, brought down by Nathan Dorn. You know, you can stop a good back a few times, but he's going to get his yardage also. And this Garrett seems to be a real nice fullback. Alexander on a wide out to the other side, and Kahn's on a wide out to this side. And London's got 3 linebackers in there in the middle with Noble cheating up. Garrett again, right up off the left side of the center. Pete Robinson in on that tackle. Nathan Dorn in on that tackle.
That is one load of a running back. They're going to have to get low and wrap them legs up.
Well, you had they've got a new guy in here on defense, Brad Rutherford. I guess he's going to try all his big boys in the middle of the line this week. That's something we had talked about earlier in the year, Darby, about using some of those big offensive linemen they have.
Right. They can push them around on offense. They should be able to push them around.
A little crossbuck action. You know, you had 2 of London's men in there hitting them in the backfield. 2 of London's big boys, but he bounced right off of them. And Jason Noble had to make the stop, but he still picked up the first down. Yeah, Adam Fincham met him head on in the backfield and kind of bounced off of him. You know, when you've got some big running backs, you've got to get some material and you got to wrap. They have DJ Jackson playing middle guard right now, London does, and Brad Rutherford in at the other tackle. Got a little speed halfback pass.
Oh, he got nailed.
Kahn might get his next pick. Sean Kahn, interception, Sean Kahn.
That guy he got plastered after he threw that football. And Sean Kahn, that makes his 6th interception this year.
Darby, I'm going to tell you one thing. He might be a heck of a runner, but he ain't no passer.
And Sean Kahn, when you throw a bad pass, Sean Kahn always seems to be in the area.
Well, he was there. That gives Sean 6 interceptions for the year. He was only 1 behind the leader in Central Ohio coming into this week. Okay, London back on offense. Harris up the middle. You know, I looked at time and you had about 3 guys making a stop on Harris there in the middle. I noticed the tackles for London were downfield picking up some deeper guys. All right, after the timeout, London come out. We got 1 minute, 22 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Got a wide out both sides. He's rolling. We got a screen pass to Harris. Mike makes a nice cut.
Good cut.
He's gone. He's gone. Mike Harris is going all the way.
And that's another thing that you have to do. You got a great running back. They've been slowing him down. You got to find different ways to get him the football.
When Kahn rolled back with that, I saw it was set it up to be a screen pass. Harris had a guy right on his back when Sean threw that ball, and Mike just broke away from him, and it was Katie bar the door. Wasn't nobody catching him after that. He got some fine blocks, and he was gone. That was a 68-yard screen pass. That'll help Sean Kahn's statistics. Tobin up. Tobin good. I tell you what, you got 1:08 left to go in the second quarter here, and the score is London 28, Courthouse 6. That play was quick.
And not only that, where the score's at right now, a play like that, if Washington Courthouse had any air in their sails, it's not there now.
Right. You know, London come out and they're using some different things. We haven't seen that screen pass to Harris. We've seen some screen passes set up to Drew Dwyer, but we have not seen that one set up to the halfback. That was sweet.
Well, they're up 28-6. Are they going to boot this football?
Well, you know, I'm not even going to call these kickoffs anymore. I'm going to let Coach Dobmeyer be the coach, and I'm going to be the announcer.
You know, they had the squib last kick was pretty good. That's what they need. They need a hard squib kick.
He got a nice hard kickoff that last time. It was real sweet. You know, Dobmeyer's not happy about something. He's got 28 points up on that board, and he's still yelling at that referee. Oh, yeah, that's a nice kick. Now this kid picks it up and runs it this time, number 45. He did a little bit better than laying on it like he did last time. He brought that thing out to the 37-yard line. Jason Noble on that stop. Tyler Hamilton in on that stop also. Jesse Langley was in on that tackle also. Okay, we're here on defense now. London going to do a little prevent. We're short a man on defense. Okay. They've got a little prevent defense on this time.
Good tackle.
A nice tackle there. Let's see. Brad Rutherford playing nose tackle there. Brad dove in there and held him to a gain of 2 yards. I tell you what, if you look at London's defense right now, and they've only got 2 big boys in there. The rest of these guys are defensive backs and linebackers.
Dodmeyer telling him just to get back.
He's got Jackson in there playing middle guard again, and guess who stops it? Guess who stops it?
Rutherford.
DJ and Rutherford and Dwyer and Pete Robinson made a real nice stop in the middle that time.
That's the end of the first one. 24-6. Or, I'm sorry, 28-6.
Well, we've still got one more play left. I guess we're not going to finish the half. Oh yeah, penalty on London is what it is. Penalty on London. You know, I was corrected last week. You can't end a half on a defensive penalty. Then they got London for a face mask. Dobmeyer's going to take a timeout here. We got one play left to go in the half here. I look for the ball to be thrown deep this time. There's no time left on the clock. I guess I was wrong again. Oh, I'll tell you what. Number 46 for Washington Courthouse made a super run. Dobmeyer's a little upset here. Well, we got halftime here at London's game. The score is 28-6, London. And I'll tell you what, you know, I noticed the London coaches, they aren't happy with our defense, even though the score's...
Hello is Joe Schmo, and we close with You'll Never Walk Alone. From Andy to the band. Okay, guys, let's do it.
Yeah, I got some statistics on the first half here. You got Mike Harris with 12 carries for 72 yards, and Garrett for Washington Courthouse has 13 carries for 67 yards. Passing, Kahn has thrown 5 passes and completed 3 for 129 yards and 2 TDs. First down, London has 12, Courthouse has 11. We have these stats were compiled by John Licklider and given to us, and that was awful nice of John to do that for us. Hey, you got London ready to kick off to start the second half, and Darby will give you that defensive lineup as soon as the kickoff is done with here. I know you got London out there jumping up and down trying to stay warm. I'm sure it's not going to take them long, though, here on defense to get that adrenaline moving.
You know, that's the worst thing about halftime. You go into a nice warm locker room, your body cools down a little bit, you come back out in the cold, you're about freezing when you come out for the second half.
You got Clark Tobin ready to kick off. Here we go. You got him squibbing again. Oh, nice bounce, nice bounce. 45's getting a workout. Oh, nice hit. DJ Jackson popped him, knocked him back about 3 yards. That was a nice hit. You know, that just makes a coach's heart just feel so good when you see a pop like that.
If you're the coach on the giving side.
You got Courthouse with 2 wideouts this time and an I formation in the backfield. Give that halfback up the middle.
Let me give you that defensive line up there, see?
DJ Jackson in on that tackle and Drew Dwyer. Go ahead, Darby, give it that defensive line.
Well, let me try to get it out here. Number 21, we have Brad Teal. Number 4, Alexander. 81, Dwyer. 74, Rutherford. 35, Dowler. 76, Good. 34, DJ Jackson. Noble, number 50. And I'll get you the rest here in a second, here, Zeke.
Number 42 for Courthouse. Looked like a 14, just a quick handoff off the right side, brought down by Dwyer and Noble. And Pete Robinson in on that tackle.
Number 25, Nathan Dorn, and number 14, Sean Khan. I think I got them all, didn't I, Zeke?
Actually, I'm trying to look and see who's not in there from the first half. Harris is not playing, starting the defense the second half. Kahn's on the wide out, and Dowler's on the slot man. Brad Rutherford's itchy. You got that big fullback. The only guy between him and the goal line is Alexander, and he's not going to catch him. 65-yard touchdown. I tell you what, for a boy weighing 220 pounds, he had some speed.
He didn't look like he could run that fast.
You know, I've seen fullbacks do that before, though, Gary. They break that middle of that line, and it looks like they got another gear that kicks in all of a sudden.
Right.
Especially when they see that goal line, because the fullbacks don't get to score that much. Courthouse lined up and going for 2 here. Slot over here to the left. Motion back to the right. Jump pass. It's good. That's just that little dump pass to the tight end. Good for 2. 10 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the third quarter. London 28, Washington Courthouse 14. Are we still up? You know, I'd like to give thanks to Gary McNeil, the guy that produces this program, for letting me be up here all season to enjoy this broadcast with the London people. Gary really has done a real fine job producing this program, and I'd like to just give Gary thanks for allowing me to be a part of it.
Fun guy to work with, sometimes.
Good, now London's going to get to, well, now they're confused on which end of the field they was on. They scored so fast. You know, it just goes to show, Darby, that you can't let down any time. I noticed Courthouse has got their quarterbacks over on the sideline there throwing passes. And really, Courthouse is going to have to pass that ball to try to get back into the ball game.
Right, they're going to have to throw it around a little bit.
Okay, we got a little squibber over here. Picked up by DJ Jackson, straight up the middle. DJ made a nice straight-on return that time.
Yep.
You know, it looks like DJ's starting to get a little bit more comfortable with being back, and he's doing some things. He made a nice pop a little while ago on the kickoff. He made a nice return, and he's been in a couple of tackles on defense.
Right, we said that last week. You know, being his first game, he's got to get the feel for things again. I mean, like we said numerous times throughout the year, practice is not like the games.
You got Eddie Hamilton split out wide to the left over there. A handoff to Harris back through the middle. Gain of 2 yards.
Let me give you that offensive lineup again there, Zeke. At center, number 59, Myers. At left guard, number 74, Rutherford. At right guard, number 54, Fincham. At right tackle, number 76, Shadgood. At left tackle, number 72, Maxwell. And end, number 81, Drew Dwyer.
You got an option play to the left, pitch to Harris. Mike picks up the first down, gain of about 10 yards. You know, that play come quick out here to this side. And really, Sean wasn't contested that much, but he had a couple of guys coming up on him when he made that pitch, but he wasn't really contested. That was a nice option play.
Right.
We got Eddie Hamilton still in here at wide receiver. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't try something to Eddie with Eddie's speed.
And there it goes.
And they got him going straight down the middle.
Oh,
it's going to be picked off. It's going to be picked off. He dropped it. I'll tell you what, that defensive back had that ball right in his hand. He must have took his eyes off of it thinking, oh my goodness. And he dropped it.
He was thinking what he was going to do with that football after he got a hold of it and took his eyes off of it. Let me give you the rest of that offensive lineup. We got at fullback, number 21, Brad Seal. At halfback, number 32, Mike Harris. Wide receivers, number 4, Alexander, and number 46, Pete Robinson. We've also seen a little bit of Eddie Hamilton tonight. And the quarterback, number 14, is Sean Kahn.
You know, Sean was under a lot of pressure that time. Crossbuck back to Jackson. He picked up about a yard, 2 yards there. You know, on that play before this one, Kahn was under a lot of pressure, and it looked like that ball just kind of sailed off of his hands. He didn't really get much on it.
Right.
And, you know, it's hard to roll one way and throw that ball back to the middle with a defender in your face. So Sean made a nice attempt there to get it out there, but it didn't quite reach it. You got Harris at tailback here. Option.
Oh, keep it on.
Put your head down, Sean. Put your head down. Good run.
That was beautiful. That's one thing that Sean Kahn does beautifully, and that's the option. He's been flipping it. They went right after Mike Harris, and he's seen it. And it's a beautiful play by Sean Kahn.
Sean picked up about 20 yards that time on that carry. Yeah, you're right, Darby. They thought he was going to pitch that to Mike, and, you know, Sean did what he was supposed to do, kept it, and picked up the first down plus 10. You got Teal up the middle. Brad's going to have a gain of probably about 2 yards that time. We got DJ going in as a wide receiver here, taking Brent North's position.
Follow this one, Donnie. Follow this one.
They're splitting Alexander wide to the left, and they're putting DJ on a slot formation to the left with Teal and Harris. Cross buck. There goes Jackson off the right side.
Good play.
That was a nice run. That was that same play they ran to the left side, and it hadn't been that wide open. And DJ picked up, I believe he got a first down out of this, according to where they mark it at.
I had a feeling they were going to run that play. DJ, when he's going to run that play, he's already looking right or left. You know, he's got to look straight ahead. He's kind of giving that away, that play right there.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something they'll work on with it. We got Alexander split out here to the right and Brent North in a slot formation. A little cross action with Harris. Number 42 for Courthouse just made a diving tackle on Mike and got his ankles out from under him. Usually in the line of scrimmage there, when Mike does get tackled, they usually do get him around the ankles. You got Jackson back in the game for North. We had been seeing that little cross buck counterplay with DJ. Now you got DJ split out wide to the right and Alexander split out to the left. It's 2nd down and 10. He's just throwing a quick pass to Jackson. It took 4 guys there to bring DJ down. It looks like a gain of about 6-7 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. That ball's sitting on Washington Courthouse's 13-yard line.
DJ's really settled down. It seems like he's got the bugs out, the butterflies out of his stomach tonight, and settled down and doing a pretty good job.
We got a little bit of lead here, and DJ's a little bit more relaxed. You got Kahn under center. You got Harris up the middle. He's breaking left. He's breaking left.
Oh!
Mike should have just put his head down that time and went straight up the middle. He tried that little juke. Let's see what it's going to bring up here. Let's see if they mark him for the first down. Now it's going to bring up 4th down and about a yard. Yeah, we're going to bring in Jason Noble's coming in at 1 tight end this time. It looks like we're going to have a double tight end package. You got an eye right with Jackson, Teal, and Harris at the up back. And he just gives the ball to Harris up the middle. And Mike's going to have this. I tell you what, Mike took that ball and just run a power eye right up the middle and picked up 5 yards for the first down.
Mike was running that football like he didn't want the first down. He wanted the touchdown.
London will have that ball on Washington Courthouse's 4-yard line. First down and 4 for a touchdown. And they're going to stay with that same formation, the 2 tight ends. I formation with a I left. And Harris is in the up back position. And it's going to be a wide pitch to Harris. He's cutting it back through the middle. He took it down to about the 3-yard line. Alexander bringing the play in. Coach Dobmeyer is giving Alexander the play. We're going to have Noble out. So that means we're going to have, instead of the 2 tight end formation, we're going to have a wide out to the left with Alexander. Nope, I beg your pardon. We still have the 2 tight end. They just brought Jarrett in to play the other tight end. Straight up the middle. Touchdown, Mike Harris. Touchdown, Harris. We got Clark Tobin in to try the point after. 3 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. London 34, Washington Courthouse 14. And we got the try for point here. It's down. It's up. It's good. Score is 35 London, 14 Washington Courthouse.
And Clark, the toe Tobin, has racked up 4 in a row in this game.
Well, with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the third quarter, London has answered that long run by Washington Courthouse. I look for London just to try to working on a few new things and let DJ have a chance to carry the ball a couple of more times and give Mike the ball a few times so he can. Hey, we got Clark Tobin ready to kick off. I look for that ball to be kicked right back down the middle again, Darby. I don't look for him to go any deeper. 45's coming up hard on it. It's muffed. It's still out there. I believe 45 muffed it and he jumped on it. Washington Courthouse going to take over on their own 35-yard line. There you got Mike Harris is out there on defense. You still got Brad Rutherford in there in the middle, and you got DJ Jackson in the middle. Chad Good playing the left tackle. Got a little crossbuck back, and Brad Rutherford wrapped him up in the backfield. Brad shot that gap over here on the right side and caught up with the halfback in the backfield. Yeah, Pete Robinson with an assist on that tackle. You got Brad Rutherford coming off the field and Dusty Hubbard taking his spot in there at middle guard. Washington Courthouse splitting out wide receiver to the left, and Kahn's got him one-on-one out there.
Comes Drew again.
Drew in there in the middle. Roll out.
Boom! Drew Dwyer.
On the tackle there for a sack. That was a sack by Drew Dwyer. Lost 6 yards on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and 16. You know, I think we're going to see Courthouse passing the ball now more frequently with the score being the way it is. That's the only way I see them getting back in the ball game.
They got to get on the scoreboard like now. They really don't have a choice.
Courthouse has got a whiteout guy here with Kahn on him, one up. Slot man over here to the same side. Quarterback under center. He's a little a quarterback draw play, which didn't even fake out my grandma. You got Dusty Hubbard in on the tackle, Chad Good in on the tackle, and DJ Jackson.
Well, the interior line on that defense has really played a lot better game the second half than they did the first game. They shut down that inside, and like they usually do in the second half.
You got Sexton and Harris back deep to receive this punt. And you got Roger Clerk just putting his usual quick old rush on. And he shanked that ball out of bounds. Looks like they're going to mark that thing on about the Washington Courthouse 47-yard line. That punt was 16-yard punt there by Washington Courthouse. That wasn't too good of an exchange, or what do you think, Darby? You got a slot out to the left with Tyler Hamilton and Jared Alexander split out wide. A pitch out here to Harris. Nice cut. Mike's going outside. He's going outside. I'll tell you what, he took a straight arm to the defensive back that time. It took 2 guys to run Mike out of bounds. According where they mark this ball, whether we got a first down. Mike picked up about 11 yards on that carry.
That was a good run by Mike. Using that speed and getting to the outside.
Had a guy come out head up on him, and Mike just made a little cut back to the left and then broke it back to the outside. Mike's seeing the field real well tonight. And you got Teal up the middle, brought down by the whole interior line of Washington Courthouse that time. London's got a man down, and I can't quite see who that is.
2? No, it's Maxson.
You got Jason Noble in playing left guard now, taking Rutherford's place after the injury to Brad's ankle. You got a pass here. You got intentional grounding going to be called. Yes, they've called intentional grounding on Kahn because there wasn't any receivers in the area.
Right.
Just a whole bunch of linemen there.
That was a good call. That referee was checking around a little bit, make sure he wasn't going to make a mistake.
Well, you know, he did wait and look.
Yeah, he did.
To see if there was a lineman, or a receiver close, and there wasn't. I believe it was a good call.
Now, where do they take that penalty from?
Well, you're going to mark a penalty there.
Now I have a problem. He should have dropped that marker at the time, not waited, and then dropped it.
The thing of it is it's a loss of down also. It's a penalty and a loss of down.
Well, it's third in about a month.
Third down in 28. Crossbuck back to Jackson. He
Good
made a nice
cut
run.
back.
That opened up real well for DJ.
Yeah.
If he hadn't got those legs chopped out from underneath him right there, he'd have probably had another 10, 15 yards there.
Right.
He picked up about 10 yards there. It's going to bring up fourth down and 20. Dwyer's going to get his second punt of the night. And not like Dwyer going to air this thing out.
Good one.
That kick officially probably only went about 20 yards in the air, and you probably had about a 15-yard return. So on the exchange, London probably only gained about 5 yards that time.
Seemed like he had a little bit more height on that ball than he usually does, though, didn't he?
Well, he had the height on it, but he didn't get any distance that time. Okay, we got the end of the third quarter. London 35, Washington Courthouse 14. Okay, we got London going on defense now. Washington Courthouse got a wide out to the left, and they're bringing 42 over in a slot formation. They're going to have to start passing the ball, Darby, in order to get back in that ball game. They're running that fullback. You know, with a quarter left to play and you're down 35 to 14, you're not going to, the guy broke it once. He's not going to break it again.
Right, and even if he does, with running the football, you're killing a lot of time. And when you're down, it's 35 to 14. I mean, you got to put the ball up in the air, get down the field. They got to if they want to win, that's what we talked about a lot of times. A lot of these teams that play London don't seem like they want to win the football game with the way they're playing.
Well, you're down 21 points, Darby. That's 3 touchdowns. You're not going to get it on the ground. You got to throw the football. They're running that fullback again. I'll tell you what. Drew Dwyer and Ty Dowler. Dwyer had him low and Dowler had him high. Just the way you're supposed to make tackles. It's just like you and I are talking, Darby. You're not going to win the football running the ball in the fourth quarter against London when you got a 21-point deficit.
Right.
You got a wide out here to the right, and Kahn's one up on him, and Dwyer's running that middle guard. And we have encroachment on Dwyer that time. I tell you what, he was just anxious.
Yeah. And any good defensive linebacker, they're going to jump every now and then because they're trying to go as quick as possible. And every now and then, They're going to get that call.
Third down and 1 after the penalty. You know, it's fine right now to run that fullback and pick up that first down. But they need to really seriously start thinking about passing the football. I believe this whiteout guy, there's going to be that fullback this time. These whiteout guys right now were just a decoy. He picked up about 3 that time to pick up the first down. They've got the ball on the other side of the 50 now on London's 47. Tackled by Jason Noble. You got number 33 split out here wide, and Kahn's up on him. 42 in the slot formation. They're going to have a pass this time.
And no! He got swamped.
Dusty Hubbard, Ty Dowler, Pete Robinson, and Dwyer, and DJ Jackson. He just got swarmed. You know, we're sitting way up here, Darby, but I imagine you could hear that. That was a loss of 10 yards, Darby. Maybe that's why they haven't been passing. Wasn't much blocking on that pass.
Nope.
You got him rolling here.
Oh! Nice play. Sean Kahn.
They got back to the original line of scrimmage on that pass. That's the quarterback there on offense making that real nice pop on defense. Sean just lowered the hat and drilled him and took him out of bounds. Bring up third down and about 9 3/4 for a first down.
Well, Washington Courthouse has got to go on all 4 here. They have to get this ball in the end zone.
They'll just give it to that fullback here, I think, on a little draw play. Motion. 85. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Well, when it rains, it pours here for Washington Courthouse.
Going to bring up third down and about 14 now. Looked like he was going to roll that to the left. We'll get to see him pass the ball here, see if Sean can pick him off another one to go one up here. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. London's got a 35-14 lead. White out to the left. Kahn's on him. Motion to the left. You got Nathan Dorn. Oh! You got a little handoff there. He picked up the biggest part of that. It's going to bring up fourth down and 3, 4 for the first down, or to get a first down.
And Good had him for a loss, and he got away from him.
That was a good run by number 7 there. He just sprinted that out to the left and outran the defensive line. It's actually a little farther than I thought, Darby. It's fourth down and 5. I believe they still got to pass this football to pick this up.
That's definitely what they're going to do.
Yeah, they're going to throw it out here.
Oh!
Hat on him, tackle him. We're getting too many pops and not enough tackles. Finally brought down by Chad Good. That was good pursuit. Good pursuit by Chad Good to stop that before they picked up first down.
Noble looked like he come over here like he was going to clean his clock and just got a piece of him.
Well, it's just like hitting a brick wall there. If you don't wrap up, they're going to bounce off of you. Seven minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. You got Harris in there, tailback. He found a nice hole there. He was brought down from the side by number 42, linebacker for Washington Courthouse. That was a fine tackle on Mike that time. Looked like Mike had a little bit more room in what he got there. Mike's finding a little tougher to run tonight. this Washington Courthouse is keying on him, and
Yes, they are.
and they're kind of bottling him up. You got a official's timeout for a little equipment. Jackson has got to get his helmet fastened. Okay, we're ready to go here. You still have Noble in here playing left guard in place of Brad Rutherford, who got injured last series. Crossbuck fake to Jackson. Kahn rolling. He's got Dwyer wide open. Dwyer made a SWAT move there and knocked that little number 10 down on the ground. Gain of 20 yards on that pass.
And Sean Kahn, we've said it a time and again in the past, Sean Kahn seems like, as far as his passing is concerned, he's a lot more accurate when he's on the run. When they roll him out, his accuracy is great.
Well, Sean can see the receivers a lot better, I think, when he's rolling. He gets out around the, he's got an awful tall offensive line there, and then he's got that defense rushing. Yeah, if he gets out, he can see better.
Oh!
That was a loss of about 7 yards there.
We have a flag.
I think they were trying to set up some type of screen pass or something that time, Darby, and the lineman just got through there. We got a hold on London. They're going to decline this penalty since it was a loss of 7 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 17. He didn't even have time to turn around that time, Darby. He was covered.
That was a true blitz there by number 20 from Washington Courthouse.
Yeah, that's their big fullback, Garrett, playing the middle linebacker. He wasn't picked up very well. Slant pass. That ball was tipped by number 70, the linebacker. If that ball would have been not tipped, that would have been a completion. That was a nice defensive play by number 70 playing linebacker. Going to bring up 3rd down and 17. You got Alexander wide out and Tyler Hamilton in the slot. And they're just going to give it to Harris off the right side. Mike gained approximately 7-8 yards that time. It's going to bring up 4th down and 10. I believe we'll see London go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it's going to be about 4th down and 8. So Mike gained about 8-9 yards that carry.
They're in the, they're on the field. If they give it over and downs, they're where they can protect the football the way the defense is going.
You got Kahn back to pass. He just overthrew Dwyer. Sean had a lot of pressure on him. He got knocked down again. He's been hit quite a few times tonight as he's dropped back to let go of that pass. So London's going to give the ball back to Washington Courthouse on downs with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter.
Drew looked like he's favoring that hand again there, Zeke.
Well, I'm sure that hand is still a little tender after having those fingers broke earlier in the season. You got the quarterback rolling right. A lot of pressure. He got knocked down by Chad Good. You know that Chad Good, for his size, he sure gets an awful lot of pressure on that quarterback.
Yes, he does.
He shows a little bit more speed than what you'd think a man of his size would carry. Chad's going 228, and he's putting a lot of pressure on that quarterback. You got double wide out over there on the left. A slot man coming in motion back here to this side. fake to that fullback. He just slammed.
Oh!
I tell you what,
Sean
Sean just
Kahn.
missed having number 7. That just come off his hands. That was tipped by the receiver and then went by Sean, and Sean had a hand on it.
Yes, he did. Sean, when that ball was tipped, thrown wrong, he's always there. Sean Kahn's all over the field when it comes to catching those passes.
3rd down and 10. Washington Courthouse has the ball on their own 37-yard line. Got a guy late coming into the game. They got a double wide out over here to the right. They got Harrison Kahn over here with the wide men. They're talking over who's who. You got motion on the right tackle of Washington Courthouse. Let's see how they mark this. Yeah, illegal procedure on Washington Courthouse. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 15. You already saw him lined up for a pass. I'm sure it's going to have to be a pass to pick this up. Yeah, it's on the scoreboard. They got 3rd down and 15, but according to the sticks, it looks like it's about 3rd down and 17 to me. I don't know, maybe they knocked off or marked off a 7-yard penalty that time, Darby.
Where's DJ at?
Brings up 3rd down and about 17, according to the sticks. You got a wide out here to the right and an up back. That fullback's not in there no longer. Yeah, he's just throwing it deep.
Sean Kahn!
You know what it looked like to me, Darby, that Kahn was the receiver on that play, and the wide out had to break that up so Sean couldn't intercept it.
That went right off of Sean Kahn's shoulder pad.
Well, you know, if that guy hadn't have stuck his hands up there, Sean would have had his 7th one of the season. Bring up 4th down and about 17, and they got the punt team in, but I don't know. I imagine they'll go ahead and let him punt. I'll tell you what, Dwyer put a nice charge on that time. He almost blocked that kick. Got that kicked out of bounds. London's going to put their 2nd team defense in.
There they go. It's been a while since we've seen a 2nd team come in with 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes left.
How about put the second
couple
team
games.
offense in? What do you think?
Don't
Let them score once.
Maybe when we get the ball back, Gary, we'll see that.
We just got it, didn't we? Where you at?
Excuse me.
Time out.
And we got London putting in their 2nd team offense right now. We got all the starters are out. This is a team you get to see on Saturday mornings. If you go to the reserve games, this is a team you'll get to see on Saturday mornings. It's been a while since London's been able to get these guys in the ball game because last week Bexley played them real tough, and they didn't have a chance to get these guys in. You got DJ Jackson up the middle. You got Jason May that quarterbacks this team. They tell me he's a fine quarterback. I haven't been able to get off work on Saturday mornings to see this reserve team play. So this is going to give me an opportunity to see these guys.
And Zeke, I think Mike Harris is down there checking his stats.
Oh, I believe he is. You got Harris at fullback and DJ Jackson at tailback. It's a pitch out to Jackson.
That was a good run there, man.
One thing about DJ in the past and this year, he will put his head down and try to run over you if he gets a chance.
Yep.
You got Jesse Langley in there at one wide receiver spot. And Sexton in there at the other wide receiver spot. You got Andrew Trent in there at one tackle. You got Jackson off this side. Oh, he got one guy to beat.
Run.
Jackson made a nice run over here to the left, picked up the first down. You got number 8 in there, David Harris. 27 is Eddie Hamilton. Number 61 is Jake Fincham.
70.
You got number 79 is Brad Kane. Number 65 is Scott Walters. I'm trying to give you these guys' names so at least they'll all be mentioned. You got number 56, Jason Cunningham in there. You got London bringing their L-Town flag around and spraying off the Washington Courthouse name. It's first down and 15. Got Jackson off the left side.
Oh, slip and fell.
DJ made a nice little fake to the right and left one guy's shoes laying there, and he just slipped going around another guy, or maybe he'd have broke that thing. That's going to bring up second down and 8. That's a little bit of illegal there. They had 12 guys on the field and then brought one guy off right when they was getting ready to set up a play. That was a nice tackle by the middle of Courthouse's defense. Gain of about a half yard. Going to bring up third down and 7. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. London 35, Washington Courthouse 14. I think we'll just see ball control here. I don't look for him to pass it. Got a pitch to Jackson. He's out wide.
And he possibly has the first down.
He might have that first down, Darby. They're going to call timeout and measure this, I believe. They got her stretched taut over there. They're going to give him the first down. That's going to give London first down on Courthouse's 36-yard line. Or as we used to call it, Washington CH. Well, you got a little switch here. You got Harris as the up back, and he's rolling out here to the right. Little stiff arm. Fine tackle by 34.
He's down with a knee twist.
You had Jackson at fullback that time and Harris at tailback. We're talking about Brian Harris. He they changed a little around that time. Had him at tailback and Jackson at fullback. Now you're back with Jackson at tailback and Harris at fullback.
Letting everybody touch the
Sexton
ball.
wide out and Langley wide out.
Another good move. Oh!
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a touchdown-saving tackle. Jackson takes that ball down to the 4-yard line. That was a touchdown-saving tackle right there, Darby.
And DJ really stepping it up in this game. He's seen a lot of good things. Done a lot of good things tonight.
I'll take that back. That's about the 7-yard line, Darby. I thought he had it down a little further. It's 58 seconds left to go. He did get out of bounds to stop the clock. Let's see if they can put one more score on. Option to DJ.
There he goes. Oh.
You know, I believe if he'd have run to the corner that time, he'd have scored. He kind of delayed there.
Didn't quite make it to the border, did he?
When you see daylight, you got to put. He's got good speed. You got to put your wheels and kick it down in gear and just go with it.
You got
go for the cone.
You got officials timeout. and I don't know what it is. You know, he didn't actually gain anything, but I think he got a yard that time. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for a touchdown. You got the clock stopped at 41 seconds. You got the clock started now. Now they're going to stop it again. The officials are stopping it again. Now we got an equipment problem there. Washington Courthouse got a little equipment problem. Can you hear the fans here? They're yelling, don't you know Raiders are 8-0. Now you got the clock winding. You got a hand back to DJ. Down to about the 2-yard line. They might not get off another play.
They're sure going to try, though.
Yeah, they're running that play on as quick as possible. I think this second team wants to try to score. You got 13 seconds left to go, and they're running up to the line. You got Jackson up the middle. Touchdown. DJ Jackson, touchdown. 4 seconds left to go in the game, and Jackson scores on a 2-yard run.
And this gives a little extra boost for the Tobin. He comes out.
It's 41-14 with 4 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, and the Tobin, Clark Tobin's going to get his chance to boot another one. It's down. It's up. It's good. So London's going to have to kick that ball off with 4 seconds left to go. And I do believe we'll see that squib kick this time, Darby.
Zeke Tobin's 29 out of 33 right now, and he's got 5 in a row. So he's starting, and again, his highest in a row is 15 this year.
Wrap up now.
Well, you know, we've had a game tonight where London looked a little sluggish there in the first half. You know, Courthouse went ahead and jumped up that 6-point lead, and that always seems to motivate London. You know, but still, Darby, I think London's looked a little sluggish tonight. Even though they've put 41 points on the board, they've looked a little sluggish.
Right. They've had a couple big plays. They haven't rushed for as many yards as they usually do. But they passed the ball very
well. You know, he's had
pretty well tonight.
2 TDs in the first half and on passing, and I don't know what he's done in the second half, but he's thrown the ball a little bit more tonight, which is, you know, something that they need to show these other teams is a little bit of passing. We go next weekend. We go to Lakewood, Ohio. That's up in Heath, and he's letting him kick deep this time. That's a free ball. Courthouse is on it. Corey Such makes a tackle, and that's the ball game. We go to Lakewood, Ohio next weekend with London having that 8-0 record.
And Lakewood's 4-3 going into this week, correct?
Yeah, I believe that's their record. Well, that was a kind of a chance for London to do some various things, and they come out tonight and pass the ball a little bit more than what they're used to, and they really look good. I'm really pleased with the way Sean found his receivers, and he used some different receivers.
Right. That's one aspect of the game that they needed to work on and to get ready for the playoffs, and that's that passing game. They've already proved that they can run the football. They just needed to work on the passing game. And the